Hello friend, I'm glad we get to share another devotional today. Here's where our scripture starts. You will come to the grave in full vigor, like sheaves gathered in season, Job 5 verse 26. A man who once wrote about the salvaging of old ships stated that it was not the age of the wood from the vessels alone that improved its quality. The straining and the twisting of the ship by the sea, the chemical reaction produced by the bilge water, and the different cargoes also had an effect. Several years ago, some boards and veneers came from an oak beam from an 80-year-old ship were exhibited at a fashionable furniture store on Broadway in New York City. They attracted attention because of their elegant coloring and beautiful grain. Equally striking were some mahogany beams taken from a ship that sailed the seas 60 years ago. The years of travel had constricted the pores of the wood and deepened its colors so that they were as magnificent and bright as those of an antique vase. The wood has since been used to make a cabinet that sits in a place of honor in the living room of a wealthy New York family. There's also a great difference between the quality of elderly people who have lived listless, self-indulgent, and useless lives, and the quality of those who have sailed through rough seas, carrying cargo and burdens as servants of God and as helpers of others. In the latter group, not only has the stress and strain of life steeped into their lives, but the aroma of the sweetness of their cargo has also been absorbed into the very pores of every fiber of their character, writes Louis Albert Banks. When the sun finally drops below the horizon in the early evening, evidence of its work remains for some time. The skies continue to glow for a full hour after its departure. In the same way, when a good or a great person comes to its final sunset, the skies of this world are illuminated until long after he or she is out of view. Such a person does not die from this world, for when he departs, he leaves much of himself behind, and being dead, his memories live on. When Victor Hugo was more than 80 years old, he expressed his faith in this beautiful way. Within my soul, I feel the evidence of my future life. I am like a forest that has been cut down more than once, yet the new growth has more life than ever. I am always rising toward the sky with the sun shining down on my head. The earth provides abundant sap for me, but heaven lights my way to worlds unknown. People say the soul is nothing but the effect of our bodily powers at work. If that were true, then why is my soul becoming brighter as my body begins to fail? Winter may be filling my head, but an eternal spring rises from my heart. At this late hour of my life, I smell the fragrance of lilies, lilacs, violets, roses, just as I did when I was 20. And the closer I come to the end of my journey, the more I clearly hear the immortal symphonies of eternal worlds inviting me to come. It is an awe-inspiring yet profoundly simple. The things we come in contact season us and allow us to share the love of Jesus more effectively.